It's like already spilling.
You're not gonna win this one.
We can still work with this. I can still make this happen.
Oh no.
Although it could be. Hello and welcome to today's vlog. I guess I should turn some lights on. There we go. My hair is looking a little crazy, not terrible, but I did have to work this morning, as always. But I've been trying to get into a good routine of like working all morning and then taking an hour to like recoup, regenerate, and then get going again. My first like week or two of working, especially like opening, being there that early, it was really hard for me to get going again because working like 5 a.m. to 1 or 2, that's an 8-hour day already. And then I still have the rest of the day that I have to like finish. But it was really hard to do that because I was so tired. So trying to get into a good routine. I think it's kind of getting there. That's what I did today. I'll show you what I do, even though it's kind of weird. But I usually, as soon as I get off work, I come home and I sit here on my futon and I use this foot massager. It goes for about 15 minutes. But honestly, I can notice a difference from like working on my feet all day. I'm sure a lot of you guys do too. But working like 8 hours on my feet, going from like working from home and sitting at my desk, my feet have been killing me, of course, and my legs and stuff. So that alone has been an adjustment. But my first week, I didn't do anything and I was just so sore. Like I couldn't walk, I couldn't move. And then after a few days, I was like, oh yeah, we have a foot massager. Like Griffin bought this for whatever reason. So I started doing that. Immediately after I got home, I would just take my shoes off and sit down and like decompress in the foot massager for like 15 minutes, and world of a difference. And then when I'm done with like the foot massage and like eating lunch or whatever I'm doing, scrolling on social media after like an hour, trying to get up and get back into the day. So that's where we're at now. And for today's video, I actually have to like do some crafts. So we need to run to Michael's to get some stuff. Can you go to your place? Good girl. Here you go. Brick. Because we're doing a Secret Santa name tag exchange at work. Apparently they do these frequently, so we're doing one like holiday themed. And so I have to make a name tag for my Secret Santa person that's like holiday themed. So I don't know, like Christmas trees, ornaments, I don't really know. But I want to get some crafty stuff because I want to make it like really freaking cool. And then I also kind of want to spice up my own name tag. Not make it holiday because of course someone else is making me a holiday one, but just my normal name tag. If I'm already getting craft supplies and stuff, I want to make my normal one look cool too. I don't really have plans for either of them, so we'll just see, I don't know, like what I see at Michael's, and whatever speaks to me, we'll grab. We got some goodies. First being wrapping paper. This has nothing to do with the craft that I'm doing today. Although it could be. I don't know. I got it just to wrap presents, but now I'm thinking that I could use it. As far as actual craft supplies goes, I got these like black letter beads so that way I could spell out my Secret Santa's name on the name tag. Mainly because with paint, I don't think I'd be able to write it as pretty, and I personally think this would be so pretty. I also got, because obviously it's holiday themed, so I got red and green. I'm thinking I'm either going to make a border around the name tag with just like these every other kind of thing, or, excuse me, off. The audacity, little one. You don't come up on the counter. You cannot do it. I don't know what I was saying, but my other idea is gonna be a surprise because I think it's really freaking cool, but I don't know which one I'm gonna want to do or which one's more realistic. I don't know. We'll decide, especially if I end up using, I probably won't, no, because these are a little more girly. My Secret Santa is a boy, so I don't know. I got these mini like clothespins because I have a really cool idea. It's just a matter of if it'll work or not. I got E6000 to like glue down the beads and the clothespins or whatever else I want to do there. And then I got some acrylic paints so that way I can like paint the base of it. I got one tiny paintbrush because of course the name tags are tiny. And then I also got this container because I knew after getting like beads and random things like that, I'm like, they're gonna be so hard to store in their bags because they either spill or have to like tape over the bags, whatever. So I saw this and I was like, might as well, because I'm sure that I'll use all this stuff again because apparently we do these kinds of name tag things frequently. So I'm sure we'll do one probably for like Valentine's Day or whatever. So I just got this little caboodle thing to hold the beads, and then I can put even like the paints in the bottom half or something. I don't know. I just like a place to store things. So I got that. And that's for my Secret Santa's name tag and everything. And then my name tag that I want to spice up, I'll of course use some of these paints too, but I got different colored beads, like rainbow beads that are letters so I can spell out my own name, but of course colorful because that's more me. And then I got some glitter because I think this would be so pretty as like a base, or I don't know exactly, but I got that. And then I got these little stickers. They're from the scrapbook area, but I really just want to use this one because it says just peachy, because people at work, they love, and literally on the headsets, because we all usually wear one, especially like the shift leads and stuff, and we just like talk to each other while we're taking orders and stuff. And one of my leads asked me if I could like run food for them really quickly, and I just went over the headset and I'm like, of course. And they asked me to do something else and I was like, oh sure, of course, or like whatever. I was just being super nice, but that's literally myself. My other shift lead came on the headset because he's in the back like pulling food, doing, I don't know, managerial stuff, and he goes, Marissa, is that really you, or is that something that you have to like put effort into, or are you just naturally nice and just positive? And I was like, honestly, it's just natural. And they were like, wow, I'm envious. So I thought it'd be funny because people make fun of me in a funny way, or like a cute way, an endearing way rather, that I'm just so positive and like nice, especially like 5 o'clock in the morning when everybody else just wants to like die. I'm just a morning person and I'm ready to go. When I walk in and I'm like, good morning, and everybody's like, morning. So I'm gonna play on that, do just peachy, because everything is always peachy with me. I thought that'd be cute. So we're gonna do both name tags today and I'm pumped. Oh, little miss got a rope. You wanna play tug? We can play a quick game of tug. We can play a quick game of tug.
Oh my goodness. Ah, you won. Oh my goodness. You're so strong. A little bit. You're so silly. You're not gonna win this one. You're not. It's mine. I'm gonna win. Oh my goodness.
I'm thinking I want to do this in my office, so we're gonna take all of this in there because I definitely want to sit down and do this, and I don't want to stand and do this at the counter. Ah. Oh no. Please ignore the box behind me. That is Griffin's office chair. He finally got one, and it's literally the same exact chair as me. I think I want to just empty, especially my beads and stuff, into the caboodle already so they're easier to like sift through. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at this, I don't even think that these would stay separate. No, I got the wrong kind of caboodle, guys. I have to like keep this completely level because the lid doesn't touch the guards, you know, to keep the beads separate. That's upsetting. So that's the whole reason why I got this. Oh well. Paints. And my E6000. Bam! We got paints, E6000, and all of my beads that are eventually gonna mix together, and my stickers. Oh, and the glitter, which will be at the bottom. And I'm most definitely not gonna do glitter right next to my computer. That's like the worst idea ever. This is what we're working with. This is just our name tag for work, just black, but we're gonna paint it, we're gonna make it look pretty. And I thought while we craft today, I can finish my Q&A for my birthday because I only got to do like a couple questions. That way we can like chit chat while I craft. I don't know what I wanna do for the base. I'm thinking, do I make it like super freaking festive and do like red and green stripes to then mix with the red and green beads? Or is that too much? Okay. I'm also upset because I'm just now realizing these aren't beads. That means my surprise thing that I was gonna do cannot be done because that's why I got the little clothespins. It was gonna be so cute. But if you can tell, these are so freaking tiny. It has like, you know, the hole, and all I saw was the hole, and I'm like, oh, these are beads. But on the other side, it's closed. Okay. Well, I got the clothespins for nothing, but we can still work with this. I can still make this happen. But I don't know what I want to do for my base, or just paint it like white. Let's do white. So one question that I did get asked, which I kind of answered in some vlog somewhere, I forget where, but I'll answer it again because it kind of has to do with, you know, this job that I have now. Kitty, you cannot be over here. We got paint, we got beads, we got glitter. This is way too much for you. I'm so sorry. Love you. But someone asked why I didn't take the 9-to-5 job. And if you don't know about the 9-to-5 job, I talked about this a couple months ago on my IGTV on my Instagram. But basically I had the opportunity to go for a 9-to-5 like full-time position position, great benefits, like, you know, a big girl job, quote unquote, that was doing something that like I'm not doing now, but you know, there's great money in it. It's not using my psychology degree or anything like that. And I did debate it. Like I talked about it with you guys and I was kind of like sharing my feelings or my thoughts on it or whatever. And I told you guys that I would keep you guys updated on, you know, if I interviewed for it, if I took it, what was going to happen with that. And I ended up not even interviewing for it and obviously not taking it because I didn't interview for it. And instead I have my new job now. And so the question of course is, why did I not take the 9-to-5 job? So essentially I just really didn't want and still don't want a 9-to-5 job or like a big girl corporate job right now. I feel like I'm young and I have the rest of my life to work essentially. So right now I want to take advantage of the fact that I'm young and that I can travel, or you know, I have this puppy and I don't have to work a 9-to-5 job, and I can have a lot more freedom while I can, because I can always get a 9-to-5 big girl job later. Like there's no expiration date on that. There's no like I have to get it by 22, 24, and I'm 25 now. Like there is no timeline, even though society kind of tells you that you need a timeline or that you need to meet this timeline or that you're late for this timeline. But all of that is literally made up. All of it is imaginary. Like that doesn't exist. But it did take me a little bit to kind of come to terms with that in myself, because I have been fed the same stuff as you guys about getting a full-time job right out of college, and it just never really sat right with me. Even my senior year, I was like, I'm not ready for a big girl job, and I ended up staying a 5th year, and nothing really like sparked that much interest in me enough to really want to pursue it wholeheartedly. Of course, I like put in applications for some jobs, but at the end of the day, I was like, none of these are my calling. None of these I feel like will make me happy. None of these I want to spend the rest of my life doing. It just wasn't the right time. So finally, I don't know why it took me so long, I just realized that it's not the right time because it's just not the right time for me. I'm literally on my own path, on my own timeline, and I make that myself. I would rather have like 2 part-time jobs like I have now than a big girl corporate 9-to-5 cubicle job. I don't know why. That's just what works for me right now and what makes me happy and what works best with the lifestyle that I want to be living right now. But that doesn't mean that again in, you know, X amount of years that I will end up getting an office job. Like I can always get an office job. It doesn't have to be right now. So I hope that just gives you more insight. And if you are in a position like me, just makes you feel better about like taking your time to figure out what you want to do, because there's no timeline on it. Like you do it whenever you're ready. Just do whatever makes you happy in this stage of your life, because that changes. It will always change. And even if a full-time job makes you happy right now, but then in 5 years it doesn't, you don't have to do it then. Like you should just be living your life every day for what makes you happy, and what makes you happy will change, and that's okay. This next question is a fun one, and it's, what is your ideal date? I think the perfect date for me, one that would like wow me, especially on like a first date kind of thing, or obviously even now, is if you can take me to do something I've never done before, or take me to an experience that's gonna like wow me, or make it like memorable in some way because it's exciting and new, or putting like a twist on something that I've done before. And that could literally mean so many things, and that's why I like it, because it could just be a dinner date. But if you put a twist on it where it's an outside dinner date that you cooked yourself on your patio with the candles and you make it this whole experience, that's how you'll wow me. Or even if it's like painting pottery, like I've already done that before. But if it's like a wine night where we're tasting wines and cheese and we're doing pottery, or we're painting something together, or there's so many easy dates that you can just make a twist on it, and that's what gets me. That's what I love. An experience, something new, something I've never done before, or just making it fun. That to me is an ideal date. I didn't think this through, but I'm sitting here waiting for my name tag to dry because I painted it, of course. I guess I could be working on mine at the same time. And I don't know what I want to do for my base. I'm thinking like a light pink maybe, but I'd have to mix that because I don't have a pink. Let's do that. The next question I have is, do I want kids? Now this answer has changed, because if you would have asked like college me, I would have been like, yes, I want kids. I want like 4 of them. I want to have twins, the whole 9 yards. However, literally just since having Freya, my answer has changed. Okay, I think we're gonna go with this like peachy color. I tried to mix like a red and a white, and this is what we got, so I'm going with this as my base. But literally since having Freya, I'm like, I don't want to say totally good on kids, but totally good on kids. And again, you know, whatever makes you happy, that stuff changes. And before I wanted kids, right now I don't, and that could change again, and that's totally okay. But since having Freya, I've gotten a taste of what it's like to have a child, because puppies are very similar to having like a newborn baby, and that shit was hard. The puppy blues were real. Like I feel like I would have really bad like postpartum depression. So it doesn't really appeal to me anymore. What never appealed to me, like I always said this though growing up, is like, yes, I want kids. I want like 4 kids. kids. I want twins, mainly just so I could get 2 of them over with at the same time. Like, I don't want to go through childbirth. I never did. That does not seem appealing to me. So I was like, just let me have twins so that way I could just get them over with and I only have to be pregnant once. And that still stands. Like, the thought of having twins, no. But I feel like I would still do twins just so I could get 2 kids in 1 pregnancy. But I'm just not looking forward to the giving birth part because so many things can go wrong. And I really don't feel like dealing with all the side effects of birth. I wish that men had to give birth. Like, well, it's not fair that I have to do it. Also, can we take a moment for this new Starbucks cup I got? It's gorgeous. I was in charge of unboxing all of our new holiday like decor and Christmas blends and all this stuff and setting them up on the inside of the shelves and stuff to make them look pretty because I do visual stuff at Trek. And so once they heard that, they were like, yep, you want to set all this up? And it made me so happy. So I saw this, had to snag it, and it matches my new computer because it's like a pinky color. Oh, I love it. But I do want to put some glitter on mine, but I'm terrified to use this glitter because glitter just gets everywhere and then you can never get it out. It's like already spilling. It has like the protective thing on top of it. Like I have to take, you know, the seal off and it's already spilling. I did the glitter in the kitchen. And here's what it looks like. I tried to just do it like on the edges, but you know, it's glitter so it gets everywhere. But I think it looks good. And here's the base for my Secret Santa. Just white, but it'll look way more festive. Now this is also where it can get messy because E6000, I hate it because once you like open the top, it just keeps coming out forever. So we're gonna be quick. Here's a dog question for y'all. Is having a dog really expensive? And I must say, yes. Especially right when you get the dog because dogs, especially if you're buying, are really expensive. However, if you adopt and stuff like that, then it's usually cheaper. And the longer you have it, the cheaper it is. Because in the beginning, you have to buy the dog and you usually have to go to the vet a lot to get, you know, vaccinations and then to get fixed and stuff like that. So yeah, the upfront cost and then for like the first 6 months to like a year is usually the most expensive. But normally the price is just like keeping up with vaccines, buying food and stuff like that afterwards. But I do have on my list of videos to do of just like how much it costs to get Freya and all of those like upfront costs and for like the first 6 months or whatever. So be on the lookout for that video. And then another dog question is, how did I introduce Freya to our apartment when she was a puppy? We just brought her in. Like we really didn't do anything specific to like introduce her to our apartment. So Freya just had access to our like kitchen and living room area. She never went into the bedroom until she was like 6 months old, honestly. But my advice would be to have boundaries already set in place, like talk with whoever you're, you know, raising the puppy with, or if it's just yourself, but figure that out and then stick to it right when they get home. So if they are only gonna have access to the living room, like stick to it. If they are gonna have access to the living room, like what are your boundaries in the living room? Can they get on the couch? Can they do this? Can they do that? And stick to it. Because if you stick to it, it'll be a lot easier for them to learn it and they'll get it a lot quicker. But of course, when they are a puppy too, like you just wanna watch them like a hawk, make sure they're not going potty somewhere or that they are, you know, respecting the boundaries that you've set in place and everything. So just watch them. That's basically how we just introduced Freya to the apartment, is we gave her access to the space that we wanted to give her access to from the beginning, and then we just watched her. And if she did something that we knew we wouldn't want her to do in the long run, we started that day. Like, nope, you're not gonna bite us. You're not gonna jump on us. You're not going to do XYZ. And we just stuck to it. Did I get to everything on my Vlogtober list? I am like saddened to say that no, I didn't. But off the top of my head, I don't really know what, other than like I didn't get a tattoo. I knew that I would want to do that. I don't think I had any s'mores. There's like one-off things that I didn't get to. But having the bucket list was honestly so much fun and helpful for planning like Vlogtober videos, but also just to like think of things to do. Someone did comment that they liked the Vlogtober like fall bucket list, that I should do one for Christmas and do like a winter bucket list. And I never made one and I haven't, of course, made a video for it, but I did really like the idea and I'm probably gonna do one next year. But it's kind of like a little to-do list in a way, but like a fun to-do list. So if you have, you know, your working to-do list every day, you might as well have a fun to-do list too. I finished my Secret Santa one. I still have to seal it, which I was told that like clear nail polish, like top coat, works great. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry a little bit and then I'm gonna seal it with some top coat, but I think it looks so good. Here's how it turned out. So I did their name, which is Lucas, in the black, and then red and green around white base. Very festive, right? I love it. I think it's cute and simple. But I will tell you guys, what I wanted to do was use like little mini clips here and clip them on the edges and then do like garland with the beads. That's what I was gonna like have hanging down until I found out that these were not beads. So that's why I got the little mini clothespins. But I think it looks cute because since they're not beads, there's not like little holes, and it kind of looks like one of those like signs at a movie theater, you know? I think it's cute. But now we can switch over to my name tag, which just has my base and my glitter. I'm of course gonna write my name on there and then glue down my little sticker and then seal that one. Okay, but the real question is, like I said, I'm gonna use a top coat, but I forgot I had this. So I have like regular top coat, which people said works fine, but I also have like gel top coat with like the LED light. Do we think the gel would be better because it's gel, or is that like too much? Because I'm thinking gel, because I can just plug this little light into my computer. See, look at that. I'm gonna try it on my Secret Santas first, because if it doesn't work, I don't want to ruin mine. Because let me show you, I just finished putting all my stuff on. I think it's adorable, but like also might be too much. But I'm also too much, you know? Actually, no, I'm not too much. If you think I'm too much, then go find less. But here's my name tag. I think it's so cute. Like, this is very Marissa, right? Like, this is just me all over it. I had fun with like the shapes of my name, put some stars on there, just peachy, the glitter. I think it's adorable. But I'm gonna try this clear coat first on my Secret Santas and see what happens. Because I'm thinking the gel would be better. Let's find out. I finished them, guys, and I think they look beautiful, and I think the gel worked really, really well. So I'm happy. Here's how Lucas's turned out. You can kind of see the shine from the gel. 10 out of 10. And then I also gelled mine. So there's the shine on mine too, which, like, not that I was going for a shine, but just so you guys can see that I gelled over it. And also with sealing it, that mainly helps, one, the glitter not to like come off everywhere, because I don't want glitter everywhere, and also in people's drinks and stuff. But also, like, this one doesn't have glitter, but sealing it helps because if you spill like coffee on it or like whipped cream or whatever, or just daily use, isn't gonna wear it down as quickly. You know, if it gets wet, it drops into like the sink or something, whatever, the paint's not gonna come off. It's not gonna hopefully ruin anything if it's sealed. 10 out of 10, I'm happy. I hope Lucas likes his, and I love mine. So that's all I care about, and I'm excited to see what mine looks like. I don't know who my Secret Santa is, of course, because it's Secret Santa, so I'm excited to see what they made me. But now that that's over, little miss has been waiting patiently
To go and do something today? You wanna go to the dog park? You wanna go play with your friends?
She had to hang out in her crate a little bit this morning while I was at work and Griffin was at work, but when I got home, I took her on a long walk, like 45 minutes after I decompressed and before I started this video. And so now she's kind of just been napping, but she needs to go and like do something. So I think we're gonna go to the dog park while it's still daylight, even though it's 4:30, but the sun is setting. Gosh.
You ready? Oh, I didn't kick it that far. Good girl. Good girl. You drop it. Yes, good drop it. Good drop it. Ready? Okay.